And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of the Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of The Flash, Season 4, Episode 7. Now, in this episode, Barry finally comes face to face with the Void. And at first, he's not sure what to expect. I mean, he sees a guy, normal-looking guy, smart man, who's married and kind of has like a kind of perfect life, but he's in a wheelchair, and he goes and visit him with Joe, and they get some information about him, like what's his lifestyle, all that stuff, that he was a college professor, and then Barry's like in the back of his mind, like, I'm not buying this nonsense. And then, he gets the team to try to find out if the Void is really this mad bad guy that they're supposed to be tracking down. And everybody tells Barry, listen, calm down. I don't think this is the guy. And I don't think we should be worrying about him. And Barry says, no, I got a gut feeling that this guy is bad. And then do some scientific information, getting some fingerprints, trying to find if he has a criminal record, any like cracks in his, like, maybe his life, to see maybe this guy is bad, maybe he was involved with the whole particle accelerated explosion, and he was. But when we get to that point, but still, obviously we do see that part where he does become basically the thinker. He becomes basically a mad genius. He puts like a helmet on his head, and then when the particle accelerator explodes and lightning hits him, he basically becomes the most smartest person on the planet. Maybe even smarter than Gorilla Grodd. But, I really like this episode a lot. I thought this episode was pretty cool. The things that they do to Barry, I mean, they literally get a restraining order against him. They even get sometimes the team to question Barry, like, are you okay? Is this just pre-wedding jitters for you? Are you okay? I know we had some bad issues with certain villains in the past, but we gotta take this one step at a time. Everybody's telling him, like, this guy's clean, like, we can't really do anything with him. And then, of course, we all find out that he was basically telling the truth. And, of course, now they have to worry about what are we gonna do about fighting the Void. Like I said, I really do like this episode. This episode reminded me of how when Oliver first met Prometheus in last season, where, he's not sure what to think about him, but then he's like really smart and he's always a step ahead of Oliver. Same thing with here. He's basically, the Void is basically, in the outside to normal people, he's normal, He even goes to the police and like, yo, this guy's like harassing me, like, seriously, he's asking me these weird questions, like about certain crimes that I wasn't there. He breaks into my house, and his wife slaps Barry. They get a restraining order against him. It was some cool stuff. I mean, I really liked the fact that he was inside Barry's head and messing up Barry, and he wasn't even really doing anything, Yet still, he hasn't really done anything except basically send a robot against Barry one time, and that's pretty much it. Oh, sure, he basically was involved with Barry getting out of the Speed Force and creating all these metas. But technically, he didn't really do anything, if you really look at it, except sit in a chair and gather some metahumans to be on his side. But other than that, I thought the episode was good. The only problem I had with this episode, the only negative I had about this episode was, I wish it didn't expose him as, I am the Void, who you looking for. I am the guy. I know you're the Flash. I know all this. I know that. And you're not going to stop me. I'm too smart for you. I wish they could have saved that until after the crossover, because I felt seeing Barry being this vulnerable and he's so determined to find this guy, it's making him a little crazy. I thought that was cool. I felt like, that's a side of Barry we never seen before, because he's kind of powerless against this foe that he's fighting. Because remember, besides having super speed, Barry's pretty smart. He's a smart guy. He's a forensic scientist. He has some smarts. But to fight somebody who's a lot smarter than him, and who's basically got like maybe the public on his side, even the cops are on his side, is like really messing up Barry in the mind, making him do stupid decisions, making him do worse things that he's done. That's not good for his judgment that he's done, with time travel, when he's always messed up the time. But no, he's basically breaking laws here. He's basically pretending he's a cop, which he's not. He's only he works for the cops, but he's not really a cop. He doesn't have a badge. He's just the forensic guy. He's not supposed to go questioning people. Or break into their house. I mean, seriously, now that's what I wanted to see in this episode. But what can you do? What can you do? Now let's see what happens moving forward after the crossover episode. Obviously, let's see what happens with the DeVoe. Hopefully, he does something to Barry. Maybe mind control him. Because right now, so far, I like the character of the DeVoe. He's cool and all, but I kind of wish I want to see some more. Because he's basically just sits in a chair and does really nothing. His body may be useless, but his mind is pretty much the most strongest thing he has. But so far, he hasn't really done anything. He just, gathering medals, and that's my pets. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll eventually send him to Barry to go after him. This is all part of my plan. Hopefully he does something. But other than that, cool episode. Let's see what happens next. So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about The Flash. And what do you think about this DeVoe character? You think he's going to do something? You think he's going to mind control Barry? Maybe Caitlin? Maybe he'll turn Caitlin back into Killer Frost? Who knows? Let's see what happens. Leave a comment below and let me know. Thank you very much and have a good day.